Well, good morning. Longhaultanker, straight razor shaving with Longhaultanker. And today is Sunday, the 20th of October, 2024 at approximately 10:55 a.m. in Spring, Texas, at home in my master bathroom. And sounds of the Bayou Swamp playing in the background from the television, YouTube soundtrack. And so anyway, here we are, and I'm going to do a little bit of a experimental shave test. I've got two of these, they're not the gold dollars, but the ones you get out of the truck stop. I can't think of the name right now. Anyway, they're inexpensive, $12 razors. Did a honing experiment yesterday. I'm not going to tell you which stones yet until if the test shave is adequate to, superior, I may mention the stones. If not, we will move to a more reliable razor, and with comments to say on that. The soap is my counter soap with the red cella in the ceramic bowl, red cella. And it's got some water in there. And the brush, I haven't used this brush in a long while, but it's a very good brush from Sterling Soap Company. It's it's along the lines of a Super Badger. It's a silver tip, just excellent. And it's inexpensive too. You guys that want a inexpensive top of the line Badger, this is it right here. Inexpensive. Probably didn't cost me more than $60 or $70 back in the day, but I haven't used it much because I've got three other brushes that are very similar in nature. I've got my workhorse that I put together, Leon Hardy, with a golden nib knot in it, very similar to this. I've got the Simpson Chubby 3 Super Badger and the Simpson Chubby 3 Manchurian Badger. So this kind of got pushed to the back with those other good quality razors or brushes that I have. So let's get started on lathering up here. And had the good fortune this morning of watching Greg Gallant's shave video and Martin test shave tests with he was using his Philharmonica number 13, which I have 4 of those. Have the Novo Duer, 2 of those, and the Sub-Zero, and the Inox, and love all 4 of them. Of course, I know more today about the Philharmonica than I did when I bought them. And of course, knowledge is, whatever it is. My decision making when I bought those might have been different if I knew then what I know today, but that's usually not the way it works. But the 13s, I think, are just very fine, very excellent, very adequate razors. I know some people said, and even Martin said in his latest video, that 14s are generally regarded, or was it Greg Gallant? I watched both this morning, so are generally regarded as among the very best razors ever made. And that's fine. I mean, that's a perfectly acceptable opinion, and I don't disagree with it. And so whether it's a 14, whether it's a 13, the Philharmonica's Jose Montserrat Poo are, by all accounts, among the best made in the world in history. So very good. Yeah, that's great. Fine. I got 48 hours, approximately, a little better, or not, probably exactly, almost exactly 2 days worth of whiskers on my face. I don't know why I can't think of the name of those razors. They're not imprinted. The name's not imprinted on the steel. So, yeah. If they don't think enough of their name to imprint it on the steel. But I've made mention of them so many times, being available in the truck stops. But I want to draw your attention to Greg Gallant's video that I watched this morning. I think it was from last night or yesterday sometime, the 19th. And how straight razor shaving, it's not just straight razor shaving, it's probably true with wet shaving in general, but I would certainly make specific application to straight razor shaving, that the whole process is an integrated function. And so I do agree and completely agree with what Greg said in his video. From lathering to the edge to the stone and all the different stones that you could use in developing an edge. And certainly the historically tried and true Codical, Arkansas, certain manufacturers of synthetics. And that's all fine and good. And you got to have good moist whiskers. I did not have a shower this morning, so I'm just going off of what you're seeing on video here for my pre-shave. All right, now I can tell it's 2 different stones that I used. Both of them are natural stones. Both of them are slurrying stones. They come from different parts of the world. That probably gives you a whole bunch of clues as to what they are. Okay. Let's try this one and see what it does for me. Little tugging. Yeah, I don't like it. So we'll set it aside and move on to the other one. All right, we'll start over with the other one. Now, both of these razors on the stones that I use, I gave them about 30 minutes of honing exercise. That one's not as bad as the first one. I'll finish off this right-hand side of my face, but I'm going to move over to the my backup razor. I'm not crazy about either. All right, that's my test shave. Not satisfied with either of them, frankly, but the second one was better than the first one. And so we'll just try it again at some future date when yesterday I felt like honing, felt like giving some time. Here lately, I just, most of my razors are in good shape, and I just don't, the fire does not burn within me just to have to, even though I've been home here now for 3 weeks, almost 3 weeks, but my attention is divided on finding a new job. And so Friday and Saturday had no new movement in that regard, but you wouldn't think there would be anyway on a Friday and Saturday. And so tomorrow, now remember, my old boss, soon to be my new boss, said, I asked him point blank, I said, how long? From right here today, right now, how long? 7 days, end of next week, or this new week. 7 days. All right, fine. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, now Sunday, have expired or will be expired by tomorrow morning, Monday morning. By the way, in Texas, early voting begins tomorrow, so my wife and I are going to go early vote tomorrow. All right, so my backup razor is, and I kind of did this on purpose, Martin, I hope you don't mind, is the Philharmonica number 13 Inox. It's a lovely razor. I have it tuned up to where it shaves beautifully. It is a Jose Montserrat poo. And so let's go. Let's clean up where we started. Oh yeah, very good. I know some people, and I'm not trying to be ugly. I'm not trying to pick on anybody. Some people don't like stainless steel. I don't know why. It's a fine steel as far as I'm concerned, and it only nominally, I won't even say it's more difficult to hone up than traditional carbon steel. It just takes maybe a little bit, from my experience, just a little bit more pressure. Which shouldn't be a big deal for experienced honers to just add that little bit of extra pressure at the various different stages. You start a little bit heavy, whether you're setting the bevel on a 1K or whether you're doing finishing strokes on a 16K, a 10K, a 30K, whatever. A little heavier strokes, and then you back off lighter and lighter and lighter. Oh yeah, that's just lovely. Just wonderful. Well, I hope everybody's doing fine and enjoying their straight razor shaves. And I've made mention already this morning of Greg Gallant and Martin Shave Test, and my other favorites that I like to watch and stay in contact with are Bill M. and and Jock at Dapper Shaves, and Sean Staplefeld, and I watched Eric this morning too on making the gumbo that my wife made. Yes, a day before yesterday, 2 big pots of first she boiled the chicken. She just boiled chicken, and of course, you know, you get good soft chicken meat that way, along with all of the stock that comes out of that. And then she turned that into pulled the meat and made like a chicken and rice soup. It's just absolutely delicious. There's enough, and it's so rich. The chicken stock is just. She added some butter and some bouillon cubes, I think, and I don't know what all else, but it just turned out fantastic. And what we're anticipating is this new job is going to come through, and going to have supplies in hand, ready to roll. When the call comes in. And I get hired. Of course, we'll have some advance notice. The offer will come, Lord willing. And there'll be a 2 to 3 day orientation period with the company. He said that there'd be 2 or 3 days orientation. I said, where will that be? And he pointed at an empty desk right beside his desk and a computer and said, right there. So that'll be fun. So we'll have some advance notice. But all trucking companies have some form of orientation. All tanker companies have some form of hazmat training. And certification before they turn you loose on the road. And all of that stuff takes time. And so 7 days to get through the process, to get into a truck, I think some of that's just kind of wishful thinking. But that don't diminish the process. Shell has always been a good soap for me, and I want you to look at just how much lather there is. And you might say I may have overloaded, and that's okay. But it's starting to dry up just a little bit, so I'm going to put some more water in on it. And it comes right back to life with more water. And the thing about this, what you're looking at, in my opinion, is exactly what a good soap should do, especially for straight razor shaving. Some of these soaps I see today are just horrible, horrible. And you put water on them and they just thin out to nothing. They have no body to them. They do not lather like this lathers. And so if I were to say, it's one of the reasons why I bought the big kilo block of Cella to begin with years ago, is because I knew after having bought the little red jar and saw how well it did, I bought the kilo block and I said, yeah, that's going to be a staple, forever. I want, and when all this runs out, I still got 1/3 of the kilo block still left in the closet behind me. And in my last shave video, I used oh, for heaven's sake. Mitchell's wool fat. That's what I used in the last video. And it's another one of those soaps that, when done correctly, I know a lot of people complain, and I should have made more mention on this, that it's difficult to lather up. And in my opinion, it's really not. I have used Mitchell's wool fat on the road as a truck driver. As north, south, east, west, all over this country, from arid desert, from El Paso to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, from Portland, Oregon, Vancouver, British Columbia. And there's never been a place where I have failed to produce an excellent shaving lather. Casper, Wyoming, even in cold water. in the dead of winter. You gotta let it soak. Gotta let it get wet. You gotta, and this business about using a bore brush, that's the best brush to use on Mitchell's wool fat, horse hockey. They're all good. And I did a video about a year ago, maybe it was earlier this year. I pulled several of the brushes down from the window up there, horse, synthetic, boar, badger, and one after another right here at the sink, just lathered it up, each of those, and they all just did fine. You gotta get it wet, and apply a little pressure, and put, just apply a little pressure, and you'll get a wonderful brush full of lather. And most experienced straight razor shavers will tell you one of the most important things is mapping your face, understanding your whisker growth pattern on your face. Another thing that I would highly recommend, and you go back and look at the old videos 10 years ago, Lynn Abrams, and that's stretching the skin. I see that being underemphasized in today's videos. Stretching the skin is extremely important to getting a baby butt, getting the closest shave possible. And that's and that's kind of the goal, isn't it? The closest shave possible. Now, you may have other motivations, like I'm getting ready to go to work. I just want to do a quick one-pass shave to knock the shadow off from overnight to go to work. And that's fine. I mean, whatever your goal is for the shave, but generally speaking, the goal is a baby butt smooth shave. I got too much soap in my mouth on that. I got a little confused there for a minute. I didn't know if I had done the right side lower half of the neck. So we just did it again. Well, we're coming along here. Everything's going fine. Perfect. One thing I've not said about my philharmonicas, again, 2 Novo Doers, 1 Sub-Zero, and this Inox that I'm using this morning. But all 4 of them are number 13s. All of them were honed from bevel set through 30,000 Shapton glass stones. through, all the way through to 30,000. And every once in a while, I can't even, certainly less than one hand, the fingers on one hand, and probably less than, let's see, I've had these going on 3 years, maybe 4. My daughter bought them for me. And I don't think I've refreshed them more than once or twice on the 30,000. And so they have, as they come up in rotation, and so they have always delivered, even the inox, excellent shaves. Union razors, that's the name I was thinking of. These, the 2 black ones that I used earlier. Union razors. Yeah, they didn't, the hone job I gave them yesterday didn't perform as I had hoped it would this morning, today. I thought I heard my wife come in to the bedroom. All right, I think that's it for the face shave. And I'll go ahead and continue on with the head shave. I thought I was going to end up using one of the Union razors for my head shave, but they were both fails, and I did not strop up the Longhaultanker that I've been using of late. And that's all right. We'll just carry on with the Philharmonica for the head shaver. Oops, that's too much right there. So we're going to sit out on the patio, screened in patio. Got a television out there, and nice patio furniture to sit and relax in and watch our shows today, whatever they may be. There's just not a whole lot to do right at the present around the house. Most of the household chores are all taken care of. I got a couple coming up in December. Like putting the white vinegar in the air conditioning system. And it's time this year to flush the hot water heater. got a new mount for my iPhone, a mirror mount with suction cup. I had two that were exactly alike from iPow. One was a little older, maybe by, I don't know, 6 months to a year. Anyway, the older one broke. The mechanism inside the little key thing that pushes back to lock the suction cup. And so I had to get a new one. The iPals were out of stock, so I ended up getting something called IVOLER. And this is my first use of it. And I'll decide which one I actually take to the truck and which one I leave home. And I don't even know yet, it don't matter really. I'm going to bring this left-hand side down just a little bit more. It seems that the right side is, yeah, that's about right. That's good enough. Let's straighten it up just a little bit, at least from what I can see. Okay, let's go to the back of the neck. Bring in a little bit of lather. I'll say one thing for that cello. So it is slick. That residual slickness just stays on your hands. Oh my, gotta be careful. And generally speaking, residual slickness is something that you want in a soap on the face. All right. I'll put the brush down in the water, let it begin to soak out all of the soap. And I'm going to reach for the alum here. Let's do something else here. Let's wiping off the razor and getting my hand dry. All right. Let's slip this under the towel to where it's covered. All right. My little wisp of a alum block I've dropped a couple of times and it's pretty much shattered. I'm going to have to replace it with a new one, which I have 2 or 3 left in the closet behind me. It'll be, as soon as I get some money rolling in, it's about time to replace or replenish. It takes about a year. I've got everything so timed out. A full-size alum block, Osma alum block, will last about a year. And so I've got 2 or 3 left in the closet. So I've got presumably a couple to 2 or 3 years worth in the closet. And I've been told, I think it was Dapper, the jock over at Dapper Shaves, that said that you can take all these pieces of alum block, put them into a squirt bottle, let them soak, let them dissolve, and it serves the same purpose. Get it in there high concentrate, also serves as a good body deodorant. And that's all good and fine. All right, let's see here. Let me get a little more rinse on this brush. Get the soap out. All right, and we got alum on the face, and so I'm going to go with some Lucky Tiger tonic. Yeah, soothe and refresh with aloe vera, calendula and calamine. Okay, good. After shaving, face tonic. Nice and smooth, excellent shave. All right, now, gotta let it dry. We'll hurry the process along with a pat dry. And we're going to use some Florida water. Very pleasant scent. All right, there we are. And that's it. We're done. And I will, hopefully be back on the road in the next week to 2 weeks, 10 days, something. We'll see what happens. I'll keep you posted. In the meanwhile, I will see you down the road. Thanks for joining me. Bye.